Shark Nation, what is good? How you feeling? And welcome back. I'm IC3, 3000 to be exact. And look, man, we got another episode of the Seattle Blue Shark NCAA 06 Next Dynasty, and we are now on episode 11. Can you believe it? But look, man, if you haven't already, man, do me a favor and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you do not want to miss out on what we got going on here. But anyway, man, if we take a look at last week, man, you can see the Blue Sharks went down to the Coliseum and pulled off the incredible upset. And look no further than our G3SN recap player, Jamarcus Thurman, man, the boy went crazy. 13 for 25, 378 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns, and he came away with a 96 rating only because he threw 2 picks. But anyway, man, another big time factor in that game was one Jared Glover, aka Baby Megatron, coming down with 9 receptions, 247 yards, and topped that off for 3 touchdowns. And he's going to walk away with a 98 game rating. I think that's the highest we've seen so far. But listen, man, aside from those two, man, it was a full team win, full team effort. Super pumped we got the win on that one. But now if we take a look at our schedule, we can see we've got 3 games left, and the Sharks are sitting at 5-4. Like I said before, man, 8-4 don't look too bad. But before we get there, we got to go see Oregon State. So we take a look at Oregon State, man. This is a team that's not great, but they're also not bad, man. And they are led by their quarterback, DJ Uiagalelei. Listen, I don't know if I said that right or not. I mean, you see how many vowels he got in his name. Give me a break. But anyway, man, this kid right here can actually ball, man. He is a seasoned quarterback. And if you know anything about his journey, you know he started off at Clemson and he transferred to Oregon State really because he just wanted to be the star of the show. And that is something that he has become here at Oregon State, man. So like I said, man, he can make all the throws, make all the right reads, and he's got a cannon of an arm and is not afraid to take the top off of the defense if it is so required. So aside from their quarterback, man, another kid we got to look out for is number 26, their backup running back, Benjamin. Now, Martinez is in this dynasty, but he is hurt with a broken toe and out for the season. But don't let that fool you. Benjamin can handle the task at hand. I mean, this kid, he's got speed, agility, and a little bit of power to top it all off. And he's definitely somebody we want to try to keep in the box if we want to win this game. So like I said, man, Oregon State is not going to be your top 10 team of the year or anything like that, but they are definitely good enough to walk away with a victory at home. So the Sharks are going to have to lock it in. So Shark Nation, it's enough talking and it's time to get down to business. You know what time it is. It is game time. So let's go ahead and take it down to the field and get ready for kickoff. Yes, sir, Shark Nation, it is about that time. And it is an absolutely beautiful night here in Oregon at RESER Stadium, man. You can see the Oregon State Beavers coming out of the tunnel, sitting at 6-3, trying to go 7-3, but the Sharks looking to make sure that that doesn't happen. So anyway, we're going to go midfield and take a look at the coin toss. And we're going to go ahead and go tails. If you know, tails never fails, but in this case it did. So anyways, we're going to see Oregon State choose to receive the ball first, and they are going to start the game off at home with this stadium rocking and try to make a statement as Fitton lines up the opening kickoff. And the kick is up and this game is underway, and it does look like they are going to be able to return this kickoff, and he's going to take it up the middle. He's got a slight lane. He's got a little bit of space, but is finally brought down after a nice little opening game return. So now we see the Beavers offense take the field for the first time, and we get a look at our impact players of the game. So we're going to start on the 39. DJ is going to drop back the pass, and it's going to get deflected by Troop, which is a nice way for the defense to start this game off for the Blue Sharks. Trying to keep him in pocket, keep him contained for the rest of this game. As you can see, Smith was excited about that one. Getting hyped for the first play of the game. You love to see it, man. So anyway, we're going 2nd and 10. Ball on the 39. They're going to drop back the pass once again. We got a screen off to the left to Brooks, who catches a pass, and he's got a few more yards after, but finally gets brought down. But we do have a flag on the play, and it looks like they are going to call roughing the passer. Looks like we got a little bit too aggressive on the second play of the game there, and Coach Hughes does not agree with that one bit, and he's letting the ref know exactly how he feels. So anyway, man, that is going to give the Beavers a first down on the 37, so they are looking to take this thing into the end zone in the first drive of the game. As we got single back formation, but DJ is going to drop back the pass once again, but he's running out of time quickly as we see Greer get in the backfield for the first sack of the game. You love to see it, man. Like we said, we want to put pressure on the quarterback and make sure that he does not get comfortable in this game. And we are off to a great start. Good stuff right there by Greer. Now looking at 2nd and 15, ball on the 42. Sharks trying to make a statement as well in this opening drive, as we see the Beavers go in single back formation again, and we're going to see DJ drop back the pass. He's going to find his running back, Benjamin, who breaks one tackle and gets near the first down marker after a good game right there. So now we're going to see our first third down in this game. It's 3rd and 3, ball on the 30. And the Beavers are in striking range as we see them go I formation. And looks like they're going to go with a counter and a reverse to the receiver, who does get enough to pick up the first down and move the chains. So we can see early in this game, the Beavers pulling out a little bit of trickeration already, but it does end up working out. And so now we're looking at 1st and 10, ball on the 26. We're going to go with a fake pitch to the left side. DJ's got all types of time, and he almost throws a pick right into the hands of Hubbard, but we got another flag on this play, and they called defensive pass interference on Greer. So this is the second big-time penalty that allows the Oregon State Beavers to move those chains, man, and Greer's trying to plead his case, and the ref's just not hearing it. A little suspicious if you ask me, but anyway, we got to play on. So now we're looking at 1st and 10, ball on the 18. The ball's been moving on this drive, mostly by penalties, but we see Benjamin back in the backfield. Single back formation. They're going to go with a play action. DJ's run off to his right, and he's got his tight end Cobbs for what looks to be a 1st down on the right-hand side. And now the Beavers offense are knocking on the door. Ball is on the 7, 1st and goal. And we see them go with 2 tight ends off to the right. Benjamin alone in the backfield. And it looks like they're going to go with a counter off to the left. And Benjamin has got space, but he gets tripped up by Ricks and taken down right at the 2-yard line. So good shoestring tackle right there by our linebacker. So the ball is now on the 2-yard line, and we see them come out heavy, and they hand it off to the fullback, and he goes into the end zone untouched. So the Beavers strike first in this game, and now it's time for the Sharks to respond. As we take a look at our impact players, we got Jamarcus Thurman and Jared Glover, who had big-time games last week, but now we got to see what they can do this time. So anyway, we're going to go with a handoff up the middle to Vincent, who doesn't get much, but if you know how we like to play, we love to start the game off that way. Anyway, now we're looking at 2nd and 9, ball under 21. And we see Thurman in shotgun with Vincent off to his right. And he's going to drop back the pass, and he's scanning the field. He's rolling off to his right. And he's got someone in his face. He has to get rid of it. It was a suspect throw, and he throws into quadruple coverage. Thankfully, that ball hit the grass and was not intercepted. So early in this drive, man, we see the Sharks come up on their first 3rd down, 3rd and 9, ball under 21. And shotgun again. Thurman's going to drop back the pass, and he's going to get tipped up in the air, and it's intercepted by the safety. And he is going to go all the way to the end zone for a pick 6. And just as we were saying, thankfully that wasn't intercepted, we see Jamarcus throw another pick 6 to start the game off. So anyway, man, just like that, it is now 14-zip, and we got to find some way to get Thurman more comfortable in the beginning of these games, because we can't keep having these pick 6s. But anyway, man, we're going to go with a handoff to Vincent on the left-hand side, who's got some space, and is finally brought down, but not until he got a handful of yards, getting all the way down to the 35. And he's doing his signature 1st down, letting you know. And that was a great run right there. He had a nice block up there by Glover as well. And you love to see that. One of our best players getting in the mix, throwing a good block. So the Sharks are starting to move the ball a little bit. And we're now looking at 1st and 10, ball on the 35. Vincent alone in the backfield. We're going to go play action. Thurman's drifting off to his right. He's looking to his left-hand side, and he found Higgins. And Higgins is still towing down the sideline. He's not going to get touched. And that is going to go all the way in for a Sharks touchdown. What a play right there. And we see Higgins doing a little bit of celebration at the end there. And I don't know how or if Higgins kept his toes in bounds, but they're calling it a touchdown so far. And hey, we'll take it. And what a play right there from Thurman and Higgins. But we do have a flag on the play. Has been the common theme for this game so far. And they are going to say it was unsportsmanlike conduct. And so we're going to see an extended extra point attempt on the 18, and we got Fenton lining up the kick. The kick is up, and it is drifting to the left, and we missed the extra point from the excessive celebration at the end of that great touchdown. And our mascot is just saying what we're all thinking. So after all that, the score is now 14-6, and we see the Beaver offense take the field once again, starting on the 23. And we can see Benjamin lined up in the backfield, trying to get going, and they're going to hand off to the fullback once again, who's going to stumble forward, but he's got a lane, and he's still running. Williams trying to track him down, and he finally does, but not until he gets to the 50. And their fullback is looking more like a running back right now. As you can see, that was a great run, and thankfully Williams was able to get him down because he had all the space in the world. So after that huge run by the fullback, it is now 1st and 10 on the 49, just about 55 seconds in this first quarter. We're going to see they're going to hand off to Benjamin once again, who stumbles forward and then finally gets brought down by Edwards. But it does look like he had enough to get the 1st down, but they mark him just short. So it's now 2nd and inches, ball on the 41, and the Oregon State Beavers offense is cruising right now. So now it's 2nd and inches, ball on the 41, about 30 seconds left in this first quarter. They're going to go with a play action, and DJ is going to throw to his right-hand side, and he found his receiver, Cobbs, who's still running after 2 missed tackles, and he is going to take this thing all the way into the end zone for another Beaver touchdown. And that right there, I mean, we probably couldn't have defended it any better. We almost got the sack on the quarterback, and then we had 2 wide open tackles right there that were just missed. Cobbs is just a better athlete on that play, and we see him go in for 6. So after what was a promising start from the Sharks defense to start this game, man, they are not looking too good right now. So anyway, it's 21-6. The Beavers are up, and we're going to hand off to Vincent once again on the left-hand side, who's going to use a little bit of his speed and finally get pushed out of bounds after a nice game right there. So Vincent's up to 37 yards so far, looking really good. So with just about 13 seconds left in this first quarter, we're going to hand off to Vincent, who's going to take it up the middle once again and picks up another first down. And so Vincent is looking like the guy we might need to lean on in this game. Although our impact players were Thurman and Glover, Vincent is making the biggest impact right now. So with that last carry, that takes us into the second quarter. Score is 21-6. Ball is on the 47. Sharks looking at 1st and 10. With Thurman in shotgun, he's going to drop back to pass as he surveys the field, and he's going over the top to Glover. And Glover's got to step, and Glover comes down with the catch inside the 5-yard line and almost takes that thing into the end zone. And he's letting you know why his name is Baby Megatron. You've got to put respect on this man's name. Double covered, but Thurman didn't care about that. Put the ball over the top and let the big man do the rest of the work. Sharks are now knocking on the door after that big play. Ball on the 2-yard line, 1st and goal. And this is exactly what you want to see out of this Sharks offense, especially with the defense struggling the way they are right now. And Thurman has got his X factor going crazy as we go direct snap to Vincent, who's going to cut up and finally get this thing into the end zone and get the Sharks another touchdown. The score is now 21-12. And you got to think, Sharks probably going to go for 2 to just try to even up that score a little bit. But anyway, it was a nice run from Vincent. Use a little bit of his muscle to get into the end zone, man. And we are going to see the Sharks go for the 2-point conversion attempt right here. And so we're going to see Thurman lined up in shotgun with Vincent off to his right-hand side. It's going to be a high snap. Thurman's rolling off to his left. He might scramble for this, but he throws to Higgins, and Higgins comes down with the catch. And the 2-point conversion is good. And so now we have a score of 21-14. Sharks are down by 7 with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this second quarter, giving the Sharks some hope in this game. So after that nice drive by the offense, it's now time for this Blue Shark defense to step up and try to get a stop and see if we can't tie this game up. But first, we're going to have to make a stop. So anyway, we see 1st and 10 on the 37. The Beavers line up a single back formation. They're going to go with a pitch off to the right-hand side, which looks like it's going to be a trick play. And Benjamin almost steps out of bounds, but just before he did that, he let the ball go and made the pass to Brooks. So we see the running back is even completing passes on our defense right now. Sharks defense has got to get it together. So it's now 1st and 10, ball on the 46. And right now, the Beaver offense is really doing just about anything they want at this point. Anyway, we're going to see DJ drop back to pass again. He's looking for a receiver on the right-hand side, but it is broken up by Hubbard, who made a nice play on the football, breaking that pass up. And so now we're looking at 2nd and 10. And you can see they got trips to the right-hand side, single back. We're going to see DJ drop back again. He's going to go find Benjamin, who breaks one tackle and is finally chopped down by Edwards after a gain of about 6 right there. So now it's going to be 3rd and 3, ball on the 39. The clock is ticking down, about 3 minutes left in this second quarter. And we're going to see them line up in heavy formation, 2 tight ends off to the right, with motion to the left. We've got our fullback in the game once again. Play clock's running down. They're going to hand off. They're actually going to go play action. And he's got a wide open receiver to his left-hand side who's still running and tiptoes out of bounds, but not until he gets that first down. And we see the Beavers convert on 3rd down right there. Huge play. And the Beaver offense is just moving this football at will as we see him line up for 1st and 10. Ball on the 21. Single back formation. We're going to see DJ drop back to pass again. He's going to find his running back, Benjamin, who breaks another tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and finally gets brought down by Troop after another good gain of 9 right there. And so now you can see DJ starting to get into a rhythm, which is exactly what we didn't want. But now it's going to be 2nd and 1, ball on the 12. And they are going to go with another play action. And we see DJ drifting off to his right-hand side. And it's going to be broken up by Hubbard once again, coming flying through the air, making a nice play on the football. You can hear the crowd does not like that. They thought it should have been a flag for pass interference. But, hey, that was just a great play by our free safety right there. And we will take it. So now we're looking at 3rd and 1, ball on the 12. And they are in I formation. We're going to see motion off to the right-hand side. We're stacking our line up, trying to stop them from running this ball right up the middle on us. And we're going to see DJ drop back to pass, and he's looking for Benjamin off to the right-hand side, who doesn't catch it, and it's actually a fumble. It's a loose ball, and Washington picks the fumble up past the 1st down marker. And so now that is a 1st down for the Beavers off a crazy fumble play right there. And now we're going to see DJ throw a pass to his tight end who just drops a touchdown pass. He had it right in the breadbasket. And a crazy couple plays right there. But now we're looking at 2nd and goal. Ball on the 9. The Beavers knocking on the door yet again. They already got a 7-point lead. And they're going to go with a draw handoff to Benjamin up the middle, who is going to take that thing into the end zone. And it was a good hit by Troop, but Benjamin was just the better on that one and got in the end zone. So the Sharks now find themselves down 2 scores with about just under 2 minutes left in this 2nd quarter. And we see Thurman's going to start off in shotgun as he's drifting off to right. He's got all types of pressure, and he is not going to be able to get rid of that football fast enough. And he takes an 8-yard sack, and the clock is still winding down going into halftime. And we really want to see something happen with the Sharks offense right before halftime if we can. But anyway, we're going to see Thurman drop back again and get sacked in the backfield again, right on the 3-yard line. And right now, the offensive line is in trouble. They just cannot hold a block. Thurman has no time to throw the ball. So now we're looking at 3rd and 27 on the 3-yard line, and we cannot take another sack here in our end zone. As we can see, Thurman let the ball go. He just lets it fly and makes a connection to Glover, who gets close to the 1st down marker, but not quite there. So now we're looking at 4th and 1, and we've got an injury to the Beavers safety. And this is going to be an interesting call. Coach Hughes is going to stay aggressive right before this half. 4th and 1, ball on the 29. We are going to go for it as we see Thurman in shotgun. Vincent off to his right. Thurman's going to drop back the pass. He's just going to let it fly. He's looking for Higgins on the left-hand side, and Higgins comes down with the catch and takes it all the way down to the 39. So Higgins once again coming up with a big-time catch, converting that 4th down right there and keeping this Sharks drive alive. Trying to get into the end zone before halftime and get closer to tying this game up, or at least take a little bit off that lead. So great throw and catch right there from Thurman to Higgins. So now we're looking at 1st and 10, ball on the 39, about a minute left in the 2nd quarter. We're going to see Thurman lined up in shotgun again. He's motioning Glover off to his left. We go direct snap to Vincent. Vincent's got all types of grass in front of him. He's still running, and he's going to take this thing out of bounds right at the 18-yard line, stopping the clock and moving those chains. So that's a good run right there by Vincent. As you can see, going stride for stride with a linebacker. Linebacker had no chance. So now with 55 seconds left on the clock, it's 1st and 10. The Sharks are knocking on the door. We see Thurman drop back to pass again. He's trying to go over the top to Glover, but he was well covered on that play. And thankfully, that one hit the turf, as it looked like it might have been made a good chance for it to get intercepted, but we live to play another down, and that is something we're going to have to watch out for with Thurman. He did have a great game last game, but he is the backup for most of the season. He has been, and just some of the decision-making might not quite be there, so we got to watch for that. But anyway, man, we're looking at 2nd and 10, ball on the 18, and we're going to go with a handoff to Vincent on the left-hand side, who's got room to run and gets past the 1st down marker yet again and moves those chains for the Sharks. And so we're now on the 8-yard line. It's 1st and goal, knocking on the door. About 30 seconds left before halftime. We see Vincent lined up in the backfield yet again. He's going to get the carry, and he's going to take this thing into the end zone for a Sharks touchdown. Once again, doing the dirty work, doing all the heavy lifting at this point. And Vincent is having himself a great half. As you can see, we put all of our trust in number 23 right there, and he delivered, getting us into the end zone. And now we have a chance to try to get this back to a 1-score deficit, as we see Fenton lined up the kick, and the kick is good this time. So the Sharks offense right now doing enough to keep us afloat and keep us in this game. The score is now 28-21 with about 30 seconds left in the 2nd quarter going into halftime. Beavers trying to go back and score again, but hopefully the Sharks can keep them out of the end zone, or at least from field goal range within this 30 seconds. Anyway, man, we're going to see them go with a play action counter, as DJ's got all types of time. He unloads to his left-hand side, but is not able to come down with the connection to his receiver, as Edwards made a diving deflection right there. And that is exactly why we love to see him at that safety position. Big-time player, man. He's just all over the field, making tackles, making big plays. You love to see it, man. But anyway, 24 seconds left before halftime. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 22, and they're going to go with another play action as DJ unleashes a bomb down the right-hand side to his receiver, who comes down with the catch, and he stayed in bounds, and he's high-stepping into the end zone right before halftime. But there is a flag on the play, and let's see what it says. Oh, my goodness, and thank you. Illegal touching. It looks like he did step out of bounds before making that catch, and the Sharks have a good chance to hit the lottery, because that was lucky. Thankfully, he stepped out of bounds. But anyway, man, we're going to see DJ line up to pass again. He's going to look for his receiver over the middle and not find anybody. So now we're looking at 4th and 10. 11 seconds left before halftime. And I think the Sharks are just going to be content with taking this thing into halftime with the score the way it is and leaving it at that, as we see Edwards getting ready to take this punt back, and he takes it to the 40, but he is down with an injury right before halftime, and that's not something you love to see. And so we'll have to see what this injury, what the extent of this injury is. Hopefully he'll be all right, as we call a timeout just to try to regroup here. And if you know anything about Coach Hughes' play call style, you know he is not going to play it safe, and we are going to go for the deep shot here just before halftime, as we see Thurman drop back to pass. He's loading up, and he's going to throw to his receiver Miller, and that one is just going to hit the turf safely, and that is going to take us into halftime. Score is now 28-21, Beavers up by 7. And now we're going to get into our halftime report presented to you by WX Sports Gear. So far in this game, man, the Sharks are looking halfway decent, although the defense could use a bit of improvement. The score is 28-21, and it is only a one possession game. We're on the road, you know, playing in the crazy stadium, playing it against home field advantage. As you can see with some of those penalties we saw, a little bit iffy if you ask me. But anyway, man, all in all, it's a one-score game. Now, we did see DJ Uiagalelei get into a little bit of a rhythm, which is something that we really didn't want him to be doing, and he's already kind of gotten that way in this first half. And so in the second half, we're definitely going to want to try and slow him down as much as we can. But aside from that, man, Vincent has had a really good first half. Definitely been carrying much of the offense on his shoulders. And if we go ahead and look at the WX Sports Gear play of the half, it is going to be our guy, Trey Vincent. Although we are down in this game by one score, he has definitely been a top performer. And if you got to pick anybody to be the player of the half, it's going to be our guy, Trey Vincent, man. Like I said, he's had 8 rushing attempts for 89 yards through 2 quarters, and top that off with 2 touchdowns. It almost seems like every time he touches the football, he gets 10 yards or more. And so Coach Hughes might really want to think about leaning into Vincent and this rushing game against this Oregon State defense, because they don't seem like they have an answer for it. And our guy is just really running all over them. And right now, Thurman not having the game that we saw him have in the game versus USC, man. So Vincent doing a great job of kind of picking up the slack and getting us into a manageable situation in this second half. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at some halftime adjustments from our coach, Coach Hughes, where he has 3 takeaways. And number 1, we need to limit penalties. We saw some really weird penalties that allowed the Oregon State Beavers to move the chains on multiple occasions. We got to cut that out. Number 2, like we already said, man, we need to let Vincent cook. He's having one heck of a game, and this just could be the game for him. And I think we really need to lean into that. And then number 3, we got to keep DJ in the pocket. Now, I know he's already been getting into a groove with some passes here and there, but the one thing we don't want to let him do is start scrambling around and making plays outside the pocket and really demoralizing our already deflated defense. That will just hurt us. So anyway, man, that is going to go ahead and wrap up the halftime adjustments with our coach, Coach Hughes. And as always, man, this has been the halftime report brought to you by WX Sports Gear. World-class athletes deserve world-class sports gear. So we're going to go ahead and jump back into the action and get down to the field, where we're going to see the Sharks are going to start the second half off with the ball and see if we can't go down and tie this ball game up. All right, Shark Nation, we are getting into the second half, and the second half kickoff is up. And it does look like we are going to go ahead and let that thing bounce in the back of the end zone for a touchback. So we're going to start with the ball on the 20. And the Sharks really looking to try to make a statement right here on the first drive of the second half, man. Trying to go down and score, but we got to get all the way down the field to do that. And we do start with a handoff to Vincent on the left-hand side, who's been our workhorse thus far in this game, as he picks up another good gain of 6 right there. So now we're looking at 2nd and 4, ball on the 26. Like I said, man, we're down 1 score. And if we know what's good for us, we're going to keep handing Vincent the ball, but we go with a play action pitch to the left, and we got Higgins, who might have a one-on-one matchup down the field, and he just couldn't bring that in after the nice hit by the safety right there. He was wide open for a second. Thurman might have saw him just a second too late, man. Higgins has had a nice game thus far, just couldn't come down with that catch, and so now we're looking at 3rd and 4, and with the way this game has been going, man, this is actually going to be a big drive for the Sharks right here. If they can convert this 3rd down and keep this drive going, we got a good chance to go and score some points. So we're going to see Thurman lined up in shotgun with Glover off to the right-hand side. His X-Factor's going crazy as we see Thurman drifting off to his left. He's looking for Glover. Glover comes down with the catch, gets his feet in bounds, and that is a first down. And that is exactly what we wanted to see. Get Baby Megatron involved in this game. Get him going, and we might have a good chance to go down this field and score, man. So now it's 1st and 10, ball on the 38. And Jamarcus Thurman is starting to get into a little bit of rhythm as we hand off to Vincent on the right-hand side. He's going to take it up for about a gain of 8 right there. And like we said, that rush right there puts him over 100 yards in this game. And he's looking like the formula right now. Maybe him and Baby Megatron get them 2 going and then get this offense rolling a little bit. As we see Rodney Edwards' injury update, he is going to be out for the rest of this game. And that is a huge update, as he is a key player for the Sharks, man. But anyway, we see Vincent get a handoff to the left-hand side, and he gets some room and another first down and another big gain right there. Like I've been saying, man, this has been a constant in this game. Time and time again, we see Vincent find some open space, do his thing, and get a first down. So the Sharks offense finally starting to find a little bit of a rhythm as we get another first down. Ball on the 44. 2 minutes and 56 seconds in the third quarter, man. We're going to go with a play action, and Thurman is looking for a receiver. He's going deep to Buckley, who's double covered, but somehow Buckley comes down with the catch, and that is another touchdown to potentially tie this game up. A 44-yard touchdown pass, an absolute dot from Jamarcus Thurman. I don't know how he got that pass off or through the two defenders, but he did. And now we're looking at a tie ball game after the good extra point attempt. And just like that, man, when you thought you could count the Sharks out, we are back in this game. It is a tie ball game, 28-28. And we see DJ go with a screen pass off to his X-Factor receiver, Washington, who gets a nice gain of about 8 right there. And then is brought down by Hubbard. So this is going to be a test for the Sharks defense. All game, we have struggled to stop this Oregon State offense, man. And this is going to be a chance for them to show up and show what they are made of. It is now 2nd and 2. And they're going to go with a handoff to their running back, Benjamin, who does look like he's going to get enough for the first down. And he does. So they move the chains. It's now 1st and 10, ball on the 36. And we're really wanting the Sharks to get a stop right here, man. If we can get any type of momentum, we may be able to turn the tide of this game. As we see them going to go with a handoff to Benjamin, who takes a step back. He fumbles back, but he's got some open space. And he finally gets brought down by McKinley. But not until he had a good gain right there. And so the Sharks defense starting to look like they're going to go back to their old ways, man. As we see the Oregon State offense starting to cruise again, get into a good rhythm, and we see DJ drop back on the shovel pass to his receiver, Cobbs, who makes the catch but doesn't get very much after that. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 now. Ball on the 45, under 2 minutes in the third quarter, getting down to crunch time in this game, and we're going to see a pitch goes off to Benjamin on the right-hand side. He's looking for a receiver, Brooks, who comes down with the catch yet again. The halfback trick play works, and they make the connection for another first down. So after that play, man, they are now on the 26 and knocking on the door, trying to go in and take the lead in this game as they go with a play action, and DJ is going to drift off to his left. He's got a receiver over the top to Washington, and that just shows you how much Edwards not being in the game really hurts us, as we had to put Roberts back in the game as safety, and Roberts does what Roberts always does, and he does not make the play. Oregon State goes and scores. It is now 35-28, and we go back to our workhorse Vincent to try to get us some more rhythm in this game, as he is brought down after a short gain of 1 yard. And so the Sharks are now looking at 2nd and 9, ball on the 29, getting to the late stages of this third quarter. And with how this game has been going so far, man, it's looking like it's going to be a shootout, as we see a play action from Thurman, who's looking for Higgins down the sideline. Higgins has a step. Higgins comes down with the ball at the 20, at the 10, and he's finally brought down inside of the red zone, inside the 10-yard line, and Higgins comes up with another great play right here. And the Sharks are now knocking on the door, looking to try to tie this ball game up. And Higgins is hyped, as he should be, man. He is having one heck of a game. Great throw right there by Thurman. He saw the open man on time this time, let the ball go, and Higgins just did the rest, man. I keep telling you guys, man, Higgins is a special player, and he's showing it this game yet again. So this Sharks offense can now smell blood in the water. We got Vincent lined up, single man in the backfield. He's going to go with a pitch to the right-hand side, but gets brought down in the backfield by Mason with a nice tackle right there. So that kind of slows us down a little bit, but we are still looking at 2nd and goal, ball on the 13. And we are going to go in shotgun. The pitch is going to be a little bit high. Herman's going to have to handle it. He's running. He's going to scramble and get some yards, and he's still running and gets out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. So now the Sharks, after that great play from Thurman to Higgins, man, we are looking at 3rd and goal, ball on the 7 on a play that we have got to score on. Thurman's going to drop back to pass, and he had Glover wide open over the middle. And it looks like Glover might have ran right into the referee right there. And listen, they've been calling crazy penalties all game, and now we see this. We missed out on points because the ref was in the way. Listen, anyway, we got to play next play, man. Coach Hughes is going to go for it on this very pivotal 4th down. We're going to see Thurman drop back to pass again. He's got to have to drift to his right. He's got pressure. He's looking for Glover, and he does not find him. And the Sharks turn the ball over on downs on the 7-yard line and walk away with no points on this drive. And that is a crushing turnout from a drive that looked like it owed us points. There was no way we shouldn't have scored off that one. But anyway, we got to play on. And we see DJ go with a play action. He's in his own end zone. He almost got sacked, but he gets the pass off safely. And now they're looking at 2nd and 10, ball on the 7, and we need our defense to step up right here and get this ball back for the offense. So anyway, we're going to see DJ drop back to pass again. He's looking for Benjamin off to the right-hand side. He does make the catch, but he only gets a yard. And so now the Beavers are looking at 3rd and 9 on their own 8-yard line. And this is a great opportunity for the Sharks defense to get off the field and get the football back to our hot offense. As we see DJ drop back to pass. He's got all types of time. He's running up the middle. He's got space, and he's got the first down. And he finally gets brought down by Williams. And in halftime, Coach Hughes said we did not want to let him start running around. And that is exactly what we just saw right there. Actually, it was a great play by DJ. We should have done a better job. Where was our linebackers at on that play? I have no idea. But anyway, man, that is going to take us into the 4th quarter with the score 35-28. And the Oregon State Beavers are looking to seal a victory with this drive. As we see DJ go with a play action, drifting off to his left. He's going over the top with Roberts in coverage, and Roberts finally does enough to break up that pass. And the Sharks defense let out a sigh of relief because we know 9 times out of 10 that thing is probably going to the house. But anyway, man, it is now 2nd and 10. Ball on the 19. We got 3 minutes and 54 seconds left in this game as we see them go with a handoff to Benjamin, and Troop knifes his way in the backfield and almost strips that ball away from Benjamin. Couldn't quite get the football out, but it was a great play nonetheless. And you can see he's trying to get his guys hyped. Another 3rd down right here, big 3rd down, and we see Oregon State has actually been almost perfect on 3rd downs all this game, 4 out of 5. As we see DJ drop back again. He's surveying the field. He's looking for his receiver. He finds Washington, but he is brought down short of the line to gain. And that is going to be a huge stop right there and puts the football back into the hands of our offense with 3 minutes left in this 4th quarter. So after the punt, the Sharks are going to start with the football on the 41. Just about 3 minutes left in this 4th quarter. And we're going to go with a handoff to Vincent, who gets met in the backfield yet again for a loss of 3 right there. And we're starting this drive off going backwards, which is not what we want. This drive is really for the game right here. So we see Thurman is going to line up in shotgun with Glover to his right. And we're going to see he's going to drift to his left. He's looking for Glover again. Glover stretches out and dives and makes a fantastic catch for a 1st down. And we're going to see the Sharks offense go hurry up on this play right here. Thurman pulling some strings, calling some plays, trying to get his guys in the right spot, trying to take advantage of a misplaced Oregon State defense. And we're going to see Thurman drop back the pass. He's got pressure off to his right. He's got to get rid of it fast, and he does not get rid of the football in time and takes a sack on that play. And so now with about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left, it's 2nd and 15, ball on the 46. Sharks got to score on this drive, and Thurman is dropping back the pass again. He's looking for Glover over the top, and it gets picked off by the safety. And that right there was a mistake that just could not be made by Thurman. He tried to force the issue to Glover over the top and paid the price. As you can see, Clement was there the whole time, and Thurman right there just made a mistake of eyeing down Glover the whole play. Just a mistake made off of not having enough experience, man. Thurman's had a good game up to this point, but this 2nd interception in the game really hurts. And now the Sharks defense have got to come up with another huge play. As we see Williams comes up with a big-time swat. Would have liked to see him get 2 hands on that football and get an interception of our own, but made a great play nevertheless. So now it is 2nd and 10, ball on the 41, just over 2 minutes left in this 4th quarter. And the Oregon State Beavers are going to go with a play-action pass, and we're finally going to get to the quarterback, but he breaks 1 tackle, makes a fantastic play to Washington, who still got space. He's still running. He's got a lead blocker in front, and he gets down to the 15. And that right there might have just put the nail in the coffin. I mean, we had DJ in a box. I mean, he had 2 D linemen all over top of him, but he found a way to break a tackle, made an excellent crossbody throw, and then Washington just striding down the sideline with excellent speed, man. Great play right there. I mean, there was nothing we could do. Great defense, just better offense. And now we see Oregon State lined up on the 15, and they're going to go with a handoff to their fullback, who's met by Troop and does not gain a yard. But we are forced to burn our first timeout late in this 4th quarter. With the ball on the 15, you got to imagine if we don't get a turnover, the Beavers are going to at least get a field goal as they hand off to Benjamin, who's looking for more than a field goal with a nice gain right there, leaving it at 3rd and 4. And we got to get a stop right here and at least force them to go for a field goal. So the Sharks defense trying to tighten up as we see a blitz, and Tyler knifes his way off the edge and gets a shoestring tackle on Benjamin, forcing the Beavers to go for a 25-yard field goal attempt right here. And anything can happen, so we're going to try to send the house on this one to see if we can't get there, as we are not even close, and it goes straight down the middle. So now the Beavers have a 10-point lead with only a minute and a half left to go in this 4th quarter, and we need a little bit of magic on this drive right here. So we're going to see Thurman line up in shotgun. He's dropping back to pass. He's got a little bit of time. He's got pressure in his face. He's going to have to get rid of the football. And he throws to Glover, who was almost picked off yet again. But Glover goes up on the top shelf and says, I need that. And now the Sharks are moving the chains. We are now on the 41. And if we can get a quick score, we are not out of this game. So we're going to see Thurman lined up in shotgun again. He's going to be dropping back. He's got pressure to his left-hand side. He's going over the top to Higgins, but it does look like it's going to drift out of bounds. And now the Sharks are looking at 2nd and 10. You can see Thurman is kind of starting to press the issue a little bit, but he may just not have a choice. The one thing we just cannot have here is another turnover. So we just need Thurman to make the right decision. Stay aggressive, but don't turn the ball over. So anyway, man, we're going to see Thurman drop back in shotgun again. He's going to look for Glover on the left-hand side, and Glover does come down with the catch on the 7-yard line, and he gets out of bounds, stopping the clock. I don't think Thurman recognized that, though, as he is trying to get the offense to go hurry up yet again. With the ball on the 7, he's trying to call audibles and get his guys into the right position to try to take advantage of this play. And he's going to drop back the pass. He's looking for Glover over the middle yet again, and this time Glover comes up with the touchdown. That is exactly what we needed to go down the field and get a quick score. So we are not out of it just yet. So now we're going to see Fenton line up the extra point attempt, which is pivotal. We know Fenton's working. He is not the most reliable kicker, but this one is going to go straight through the uprights. And now this is a 3-point game with 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The Sharks are out of timeout, so we are going to be forced to go for an onside kick right here. But listen, if we can just have Fenton be Fenton and make a back kick, I hate to say that, but this is what we need at this point. But anyway, man, we're going to see Fenton line up the onside kick. He's going to get a small little bounce, but then it's going to be quickly recovered by Oregon State. And you got to think, man, that is going to be it for this ball game, as we see the Beavers line up in victory formation, and they are going to go ahead and walk out of here with the dub, man. The Sharks fall just short. Final score ended up being 38-35. In all honesty, it was a great game. Kind of felt like we were battling the refs a little bit here and there, but that's no excuse. Beavers just had a better game, made a better play or two here and there, and they are the victors. And so with that, man, we are now going to get into the WX Sports Gear Player of the Game, where we are going to take a look at the quarterback for Oregon State, man, DJ Uiagalelei. He had a phenomenal game, going 12 for 21, 183 passing yards through the air. Top that off with 2 touchdowns, man. We're going to give this guy a grade of an A. I mean, he really just took command of his offense. He made timely passes. He made the right throws. You know what I'm saying? He was able to escape out of the pocket and make, you know, something out of nothing, and really just willed his team into victory, you know, making sure that his team did not drop this game at home to a Sharks team that was hot. You know what I mean? We're coming off 2 big wins, and we really felt confident coming into this game, but he definitely did a good job of shutting that down and pulling out with the victory for his team, man. So we got to go ahead and give it up for DJ Uiagalelei, man. And as always, man, the Player of the Game award is brought to you by WX Sports Gear. And with that last loss, man, the Sharks dropped to an even 5-5 record. And if we take a look at the rest of our season schedule, we can see, man, we only got 2 more games. So we got to lock in. Our next opponent is going to be the Cal Golden Bears, but this time they are going to come to Seattle and have to see us. But anyway, man, make sure you guys stick around and turn on post notifications and subscribe right now if you haven't already, because we are going to have a whole lot of cool things coming up. One of them being the post-game show. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be a whole lot of cool updates and information there. And as always, man, thank you guys for watching. And if you did enjoy this video, man, go ahead and give it a thumbs up for me. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel today and become a part of Shark Nation, man. We're doing some really cool things. And remember, a little bit every day goes a long way. So once you take that first step, don't look back. I'm IceG3, 3000 to be exact. I hope I see you guys in the next one. And if I don't, well, then go ahead and run this one back.